For you were never meant to fight reality, and yet, almost everything you've been taught has trained you to do exactly that. Pause for a moment. Breathe. Let this land. Because what you're about to hear isn't motivational, it's destabilizing. It gently dismantles the lie that effort is the doorway to manifestation. You've been told that creating your dream life is hard, that it requires discipline bordering on obsession, endless affirmations spoken into a mirror you don't quite believe. Visualizations strained through a nervous system already exhausted. A constant demand to stay positive while your body quietly screams that something is wrong. But what if the struggle itself is the interference? What if the reason manifestation feels elusive isn't because you're doing too little, but because you're doing too much? Sit with that. Because the quantum field you live inside of right now is not impressed by effort. It does not respond to force. It does not negotiate with desperation. It listens to coherence. You are not standing outside reality trying to bend it to your will. You are immersed inside a living, responsive field of intelligence. A field where every version of your life already exists. Success and failure. Abundance and lack. Love fulfilled and love abandoned. All of it present right now as waves of possibility. Nothing is missing. And yet, most people approach manifestation like a war. They try to overpower their current circumstances. They clench their thoughts into affirmations they secretly doubt. They visualize futures while their bodies remain anchored in fear. They repeat words of abundance while their nervous system is still calibrated for survival. And this is where everything collapses. Because in the quantum world, forcing is friction, and friction distorts the signal. The field doesn't hear what you say, it feels what you are. You see, manifestation was never about getting what you want. That idea alone reveals the misunderstanding. Getting implies separation. Chasing implies distance. Needing implies lack. And the quantum field reflects exactly that. What actually collapses reality is not desire, it's identity. Manifestation is not about pulling a future toward you. It's about collapsing the version of reality where that future already recognizes you. This is subtle, and this is why it's missed. The quantum field is not a vending machine responding to requests. It is a mirror responding to state. Right now, you are broadcasting a signal. Not consciously, automatically. Your focus, your emotional baseline, the tension or ease in your body, the story your nervous system believes about safety, worth, and survival. All of this forms a signature. And the field responds with surgical precision. Most people think they're observing reality, but in truth, they are participating in it. In quantum physics, particles exist as probabilities until observed. Not fixed, not solid, just potential. It is the observer that collapses the wave. But here's the part that changes everything. The observer is not just your conscious mind, it's your whole system. Your body is observing, your subconscious is observing, your emotional memory is observing, and they don't speak language, they speak frequency. This is why repeating affirmations without belief doesn't work. This is why visualizing while doubting creates resistance. This is why effort without alignment feels exhausting. Because the field is receiving mixed signals. Think about this honestly. How often have you tried to manifest something while simultaneously scanning for why it hasn't arrived yet? How often have you asked the universe for abundance while feeling unsafe in your own body? How often have you imagined love while bracing for disappointment? In quantum terms, that's noise. And noise does not collapse clean realities. Clarity does. This is where the teaching becomes uncomfortable, because it asks you to stop performing manifestation and start embodying it. The most powerful shifts in your life did not come from force. They came when you weren't gripping. Remember a moment when something arrived effortlessly. A meeting that changed your trajectory. An opportunity that appeared without planning. A connection that felt inevitable rather than chased. You weren't striving then. You were open. Your system was relaxed enough to receive. That wasn't luck. That was alignment. And alignment feels almost passive to the mind trained on struggle. It feels like surrender. It feels like letting go of control, which is exactly why it terrifies people. Because the ego has been taught that effort equals safety, that control equals survival, that relaxing means losing. But the quantum field operates on a different logic. It doesn't respond to how badly you want something. It responds to how naturally you assume it. When you no longer need to convince yourself. When you no longer need to chase. When the desire softens into a quiet knowing. The signal stabilizes, and reality reorganizes itself around that coherence. This is the paradox no one prepares you for. The moment you stop needing it so desperately is the moment the field can finally deliver it. Not because you gave up, but because you stopped broadcasting lack. This is not spiritual bypassing. This is precision. The field is not cruel, it is exact. If your body is locked in fear, it reflects struggle. If your nervous system is addicted to urgency, it reflects chaos. If your identity is shaped by scarcity, it mirrors scarcity back to you, not as punishment, as feedback, which means your power has never been in effort. It's been in state. And state is not something you think your way into. It's something you become aware of. This is why manifestation is simple, and why almost nobody does it. Because simplicity removes the illusion of control. And control is what the wounded mind clings to. In the next layer of this journey, we'll begin to dismantle the idea that thoughts alone create reality. We'll explore why the subconscious observer matters more than conscious intention, and how your nervous system may be collapsing timelines you never consciously chose. But for now, pause here. Notice where you are trying too hard. Notice where effort has become your identity. Notice where the chase itself may be the block. You don't need to fix anything yet. Just observe. Because awareness is the first collapse. And once you see the pattern, you can never unsee it. Now that you've glimpsed the illusion of effort, it's time to step deeper. Because understanding is one thing. Becoming is another. And quantum manifestation is not about learning. It is about embodying. Ask yourself, if the field responds to coherence, then what exactly is coherence? It's not a thought you repeat. It's not a feeling you chase. It's the alignment of your whole being, mind, body, emotion, into a single, unambiguous signal. Think of it like tuning an instrument. If each string vibrates differently, the note is chaotic. But when all strings resonate together, even the softest touch produces music that echoes across a room. The quantum field is the same. It hears harmony, not noise. It responds to a unified frequency, not to scattered effort. Most people try to manifest with fragmented signals. They think positive while their body carries tension. They imagine abundance while their heart is still contracted in fear. They declare success while their nervous system braces for failure. This is why manifestation feels slow, like pushing against a current that refuses to budge. So how do you become the signal the field can read? It begins with presence, with awareness of what is happening inside. Notice where your thoughts drift. Notice where your emotions pull you into old patterns. Notice where your body holds tension or constriction. And then, soften. Release. Let your internal landscape match the world you wish to experience. This does not mean pretending, forcing, or ignoring discomfort. It means allowing, acknowledging, and realigning. Here's a simple yet profound exercise. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply into the areas of your body that feel tense. Bring attention to the places your heart feels small, where fear still lingers. Say to yourself silently, I allow myself to exist in the reality I desire. Feel it. Don't force it. Notice how even subtle shifts in your posture, your breathing, your heartbeat change the energy you radiate. This is quantum. This is the art of being the observer that collapses probability into reality. The field does not care about your words. It reads the signal of your state, your clarity, your alignment, your embodied vibration. Let me illustrate with a story. Imagine two artists standing before a blank canvas. Both wish to paint the same masterpiece. One frantically throws color, erasing mistakes as fast as they appear, anxious about imperfection. The other breathes, senses the canvas, and allows each stroke to emerge naturally. Which painting becomes the masterpiece? It is never the one forced into being. It is always the one born from presence. Quantum manifestation works the same way. Your desire, your vision, your dream is already a wave of infinite probability. You do not push it into existence. You embody it. You become the vibration of that reality. And the field responds seamlessly, without effort. Here is the subtlety most people miss. It is not enough to think or feel or act in isolation. The quantum field observes all layers simultaneously. Your thoughts, your emotions, your body, all of it broadcasts a signal. A mismatched signal creates interference. A coherent signal collapses timelines into your lived reality. This is where surrender comes in. Not surrender as defeat, but surrender as trust. Trust that the version of your life you desire already exists in the field. Trust that your alignment is enough to draw it to you. Trust that effort, force, and control are illusions. And clarity is the real power. And paradoxically, the more you release, the more powerful you become. The more you stop grasping, the more the field delivers. The more you embody, the faster probabilities solidify into reality. Reflect for a moment. Where have you been trying too hard in your life? Where have you been chasing, forcing, or clinging? Notice the tension. Breathe into it and soften. Because quantum manifestation is less about doing and more about being. Less about chasing, more about signaling. Less about getting and more about aligning. This is where most teachings fail. They focus on affirmations. They focus on visualization. They focus on action without state. But the quantum field sees the whole system. It cannot be fooled. It will mirror the energy you radiate, not the words you speak. So, your next step is simple. Begin to inhabit the reality you wish to live. Not as a dream, not as a goal, but as a signal. Feel it, live it, align with it at every level. Your thoughts will follow, your actions will follow, your reality will follow. And here's a gentle invitation. If this resonates, share it in the comments. It helps this message reach more seekers. Now, we step into the invisible machinery of reality itself. Because understanding the quantum field is not just intellectual, it is transformational. It is where science, mysticism, and personal power converge. The quantum field is not a metaphor. It is a living, breathing, infinite matrix of possibility. Every potential future, every variation of your life exists simultaneously as probabilities. Love, wealth, health, success. Every version of you and every reality you can imagine already exists in this field. But here's the catch. These possibilities are waves, unformed, fluid, uncommitted. They are probabilities, not facts. And nothing manifests in the tangible world to us until the wave collapses. What collapses the wave? The observer. Your awareness, your focus, your embodied attention. This is the observer effect in action, a cornerstone of quantum mechanics. At the subatomic level, particles do not settle into a position until observed. The act of observation does not just reveal reality, it creates it. And the observer is more than your conscious mind. It is your subconscious, your emotions, your nervous system. All of it is reading, all of it is signaling, all of it is collapsing probabilities into the reality you live. Consider this carefully. If your conscious mind desires abundance, but your subconscious believes in lack, which reality wins? The subconscious always wins. It is the silent sculptor shaping the contours of your life. It is the hidden observer that collapses waves according to deep-seated beliefs, patterns, and survival instincts. This is why manifestation fails for so many. Not because they are doing it wrong, not because the universe is cruel, but because the layers of their own system are sending contradictory messages. Thoughts say, "I am abundant." Emotions whisper, "I am not enough." Body reacts in stress, tension, and scarcity. The field receives this signal, not as the dream you declare, but as the internal reality you broadcast. So, coherence is key. Alignment is everything. The quantum field responds to the integrated signal, thought, emotion, and body in harmony. This is why fake it till you make it often backfires. Because pretending without embodying creates a fragmented signal. And fragmented signals produce friction, not manifestation. Let's dig deeper. Imagine your mind as a tuning fork, your emotions as the vibration, and your body as the amplifier. If all three resonate together, the quantum field receives a clear, unambiguous message. But if they are misaligned, the message scrambles, distorts, and delays reality. Now, let's talk about subconscious programming. Every belief stored in your body is a micro-observer. Every trauma, every unprocessed emotion, every fear is broadcasting, collapsing timelines that do not serve you. You may consciously desire love, but if your body believes love is unsafe, your nervous system collapses the wave of love into absence. This is why inner work is essential. Because alignment is not just thinking or feeling. It is releasing the hidden observers sabotaging your reality. It is clearing the noise so the signal can shine. It is becoming fully coherent. And when you achieve this coherence, manifestation shifts from struggle to inevitability. The wave does not resist you. The field does not hesitate. The reality you inhabit becomes a reflection of the state you radiate. Now, here's a subtle insight many miss. Timing in manifestation is not linear. The quantum field is beyond past, present, and future. It responds to the clarity of the observer, not the calendar. When you align fully, realities that seem distant or impossible can collapse into your present moment with sudden, almost miraculous precision. Think of it like tuning a radio. Static dominates until you find the perfect frequency. Once you resonate at the right vibration, the station comes through with crystal clarity. The field works the same way. Your frequency is the tuning. Coherence is the dial. The reality you desire is the music waiting to be heard. And here is the dangerous knowledge. You are always collapsing timelines, right now. With every thought, every feeling, every reaction, you are shaping your world. The universe is not waiting for you to get it right. It is responding to the signal you are already sending. So the question is no longer, how do I manifest? The question becomes, what am I broadcasting right now? Am I sending clarity, coherence, and alignment? Or fear, tension, and doubt? Because the field answers instantly, silently, precisely, unfailingly. The mastery of manifestation, then, is not about effort. It is about observation. It is about self-awareness. It is about becoming a coherent signal in a universe that responds only to clarity. And this is where the most profound shift occurs. You realize that manifestation is not about getting what you want. It is about becoming the being that naturally embodies what you desire. It is about aligning with the rhythm of the field, not forcing your way into it. It is about quieting the noise, integrating your system, and allowing probability to crystallize into reality. You have arrived at the threshold, not of knowledge, but of embodiment, not of theory, but of lived reality. This is where the real alchemy begins. Quantum manifestation is no longer a concept to think about. It is a state to inhabit, a vibration to live, a signal to broadcast through every fiber of your being. Ask yourself, if the field responds to coherence, then mastery is not measured by what you accumulate. It is measured by how aligned you are, internally, emotionally, physically, with the reality you wish to inhabit. Mastery begins with awareness. Observe the subtle currents of your body, the micro tensions in your shoulders, your jaw, your gut. Notice the whispers of your emotions, the quiet resistance, the unspoken doubt. See the loops of thought that replay endlessly, like shadows on a wall. And then release. Breathe into the tension. Allow the emotions to move through you rather than holding them hostage. Witness your thoughts without attachment. Let them dissolve like mist in morning sunlight. This is not passive. It is active surrender. It is a full body, full system alignment with the infinite intelligence that permeates reality. It is understanding that the universe is not outside of you, it is within. And the coherence of your internal field creates the reality that unfolds around you. Here is the radical truth. You cannot manifest from a fragmented self. You cannot collapse waves of possibility while resisting your own emotions. You cannot embody abundance while clinging to fear. The field does not respond to desire alone. It responds to the integrity of your signal. Every thought, feeling, and action becomes a brushstroke. Every subtle vibration in your body is a note in the symphony of your life. When these elements align, manifestation becomes effortless. Your life shifts without struggle, without forcing, without chasing. Opportunities, relationships, breakthroughs, they arrive naturally, in perfect timing. Like water flowing toward the ocean. The paradox is beautiful. The less you cling, the more the universe delivers. The less you push, the faster the probabilities crystallize. The more you embody, the more reality rearranges itself in response. Think of it this way. You are a lighthouse. Your coherence is the light. The field is the sea, infinite and undulating. Waves of probability crash around you endlessly. But your clarity, your alignment, your signal, the light, guides reality to form around your vibration. The stronger and steadier the light, the more precise the manifestation. And here is the final insight that changes everything. Manifestation is not about doing anymore. It is about being. Being the signal. Being the coherent observer. Being the embodiment of your desired reality. This is dangerous knowledge because it shifts responsibility inward. No longer can you blame circumstance. No longer can you wait for conditions to be perfect. No longer can you believe that effort alone will bring results. The power has always been in you, quiet, precise, exacting, waiting only for your awareness to recognize it. So now, pause, breathe, feel your body, your emotions, your mind. Notice where alignment exists and where fragmentation hides. Begin the practice of coherence. Align thought, feeling, and action. Let your nervous system embody trust, ease, and openness. Send a signal the quantum field cannot ignore, because at the end of all teachings, at the heart of every mystical insight, at the core of every scientific revelation, reality is listening, and it responds not to desire, not to words, not to effort. It responds to clarity, to coherence, to you becoming the signal. Step into this mastery. Not tomorrow, not someday, now, because the wave of your most probable life is waiting, and all it asks is for you to align.